When you hear the word balletcore, I bet the first thing that comes to mind is something like this. Or this. Or, like this. And something a little more interesting. But not interesting in this way. Ballet has been associated with the fashion world for a long time. The ballet fashion trend started with Miu Miu's FW 2022 runway. But it doesn't only mean that the fashion designers take inspiration from the ballet stage to dress their fashion and shows, as Dior did in SS 2019 and Thom Browne did in SS 2020. You can't appreciate the essence of this style if you only care about the ballet stage and the dancers' costumes. So what exactly is balletcore imitating about ballet? Some people say that balletcore is the best interpretation of female beauty, which blends provocative and pure. I think it is probably because it consists of two elements, soft appearance and a stubborn insight. They constitute the innocence and sensuality of the so-called pure desire. Both of them are indispensable. If we go deeper, the intersection of the two doesn't happen on the stage, but off stage, especially in the exercise hall. It is not surprising that balletcore does not imitate the delicate elegance of ballerinas on the stage, but rather their mixed state between the off-stage training and the daily life. This natural blend of the dancer's world and real life is the most fascinating aspect of balletcore. The simple and relaxed appearance is permeated by a mystery that cannot be seen through at a glance. When we stumble into the rehearsal rooms of the ballet companies of the Bavarian State Opera and the Royal Opera House, we find balletcore's best models in the most flattering combinations: soft fabrics, pastel colors, leotards or jumpsuits with a thin knitted sweater. As compared to ballet tutu, balletcore is more inclined to mid-length skirts. Leg warmers that cover from the ankle to the knee are essential. They can keep the temperature in winter, but also are the classic details of this fashion. And of course there are the indispensable ballet shoes. Miu Miu, the pioneer who led this trend, has almost given the best solution. However, even after learning all this, one still has only a superficial understanding of this, and fails to appreciate the charm promised in the balletcore manifesto. Where do those qualities that can't emerge directly through the clothes actually come from? To understand this secret, we have to sneak into another special exercise hall. It is a fictional room that exists only in a work by Belgian national treasure choreographer Anne Terest De Keersmaeker. Keersmaeker's repertoire is staged around the world every year. Her new works always occupy the stage of the De Munt Opera in Brussels. But for me personally, it is her earliest creations that best represent her choreographic vision and charm. Roses Danced Roses is one of them. It consists of 4 very intimate girls and 5 chapters full of intense physical energy. The girls walk through empty rooms, and a series of recognizable everyday movements are choreographed into difficult dance moves. What appears to be abstract is a series of short, concrete, emotional stories. The bodies seem to move mechanically, but a flame ignited in there can only be experienced by a human. This work inherits the choreographer's concept of closely integrating music and physical movement, from her initial exploration and an earlier, world-shaking work, Phase, for movements. It's one of my favorites of all her works. I saw it live at Keersmaeker's dance company residency. It was the only house that was lit up at night in the southern suburbs of Brussels. The work takes us back to the choreographer's youth, as she dances with her signature right arm swing along with the first notes, like the first stroke of a pendulum, perfectly expressing the determination that drives the dance process. For movements, as the name suggests, are 4 steps, each based on a single movement. Turning, jumping, swinging the arms, shaking the hips. Keersmaeker calls it a childlike intuition for dance. Innocent and stubborn. Although the movement is extremely simple, it is actively distanced from American minimalism in principle, and from Eastern meditation. A minimalist movement pattern does not mean monotony, because the details hide imperceptible variations. Each movement is a deliberate effort, but seems effortless. The suggestion is that the hardness and tedium of ballet training day in and day out is inseparable from the natural grace it brings to the dancer who does it. This is what makes Balletcore truly fascinating in the fashion world. Like what the girls practicing Keersmaeker's dance are doing, the repetitive movements slowly produce phase shifts that gradually accumulate and eventually become very different. This is the most vivid rejection of mediocrity. The infusion of threat and energy in simplicity reflects a feminine intelligence, a tenacious will, and the patience to perceive their own bodies. But as many TV shows and movies have shown, such as Black Swan and the American series Flesh and Blood, living on the blurring line between madness and calm is not usually a happy thing. It always means adventure. In both of these film and TV show, the heroines also have a serious tendency to self-destruct. The consciousness is not always clear, but the dance intuition is firm. The Balletcore, like dance, has rises, rages, and then calms down. I think now you know how to ride the wave. It must be more than just diversify wardrobe. After understanding the essence, even if you choose a plain black dance dress, you will still be the most beautiful girl in Balletcore.